I think we all kind of were just like, whoa, holy shit, like this is so cool. We're going to be able to warm up here and, kind of look out at where, giant events have happened and create our own event at MGM with Cage Titans. So,
My next guest returns to action on February 21st when Cage Titans takes over the MGM Music Hall at Fenway Park for Cage Titans Revolution. She's the inaugural women's strawweight champion, the 2025 Cage Titans Fighter of the Year. She's Hilarie Rose. How's it going today, Hilarie?
what's up, everybody? Thank you so much for having me on today. I'm so excited.
So, big ass show coming up on the 21st. Like,
Yes.
every Cage Titans show is big, but like, this is like cream of the crop right now. Like, this doesn't even have a number, it has its own like code
Nate.
name.
Yeah, it's super super exciting. And I mean, I'm excited for every Cage Titans event. But we went to MGM, a bunch of the fighters, and did some media last week. And once we were all there, it felt like more real and more exciting, and like being in there, even with it being empty. It's just a really cool, exciting atmosphere. We're also used to fighting in the hall, so like being in there and seeing how big it was and how like awesome it's going to be with all the Cage Titans fans there, because I mean Cage Titans is such a community of fans, like, so having them somewhere new and in this big place where this event's going to happen, I'm stoked. I can't wait.
So like let's start there with like, the actual like the venue itself.
Yeah,
Um, a lot of the people on the card are local. I can't say your state's name, so I'm not going to try to say it. You're
that's
from
okay.
Mass.
Yeah, I'm from Mass.
um,
Yep.
maybe I don't know if you're a Red Sox fan. I don't know if you like are into other sports, but like, how cool was it though to be like at Fenway Park?
It was super cool. I mean, obviously Boston, Massachusetts, New England. We are the city of champions. We have lots of wins, Super Bowl wins, all the things. So to be there, stand there, and kind of like absorb that energy with all these other people who are fighters and train and do all these things was a really cool vibe to just be around. And like walking out into Fenway and just like seeing it, it was really surreal. It was like a really good moment that I like had to like take a breath and breathe it in for a minute and be like, wow, this is where we're fighting. This is so cool. What an amazing opportunity that I get to be a part of. There's so many fighters that fight for Cage Titans. So to be picked to be on this card and um, be part of history for Cage Titans and the city of Boston, I'm just so excited. And it's going to be a really exciting night. I can't wait to walk out and see everybody and hear everyone yell and just kind of take in the whole night.
Yeah, I mean that presentation, because Pulver is actually it's like he added a little gift to the fighters as well for the workout area, which like, you
Yeah.
mentioned was looked out at Fenway, and like from where I'm at, I've done similar at like, the Orioles Stadium in
Hmm.
Baltimore, where like I was at a hotel room and you made a wrong turn and I was looking out at the field, and like that was cool just to be there, but to know like,
Yeah.
you're fighting there, and that's
Yeah.
like what you're looking at as you're warming up and as you're getting ready, and like it just had to be surreal. And if anyone hasn't seen it yet, like Nick Haler has put out videos on like the Cage
Yeah.
Titans channel where like I think everyone there, it kind of shows that no matter how manly or like strong you can be, everyone's eyes like everyone's cutting onions. It seemed I don't know what
Yeah,
happened
we
there.
were I think everyone was so excited. Everyone's phones are out. Everyone's happy. Like no one was upset. We all I think like for me, like we all felt like little kids like when you first walk into Fenway or you first walk into like Gillette or any sort of, big stadium. I think we all kind of were just like, whoa, holy shit, like this is so cool. We're gonna be able to warm up here and, kind of look out at where, giant events have happened and create our own event at MGM with Cage Titans. So it was really cool. Mike is the best. He's such a great promoter. He really looks out for every single fighter. He's so patient. And I mean, I know he's putting his heart and soul into this event. Like, even just, he got emotional just talking about like all the years of all the fighters. And he kept continuing to say, like, this doesn't happen without all of you guys. So, like, he really appreciates all of us. Um, which you don't always get. Some promoters are just like there to make money and make a paycheck, and I think he genuinely likes to see the success of the people that are on his cards and the growth of, like, I was an amateur there, and even after I won the title, he was like, it's so awesome to see you win this and you be a part of it and have losses and come back and now be our first champion. So, he's a great guy. His wife, they're all great people. Everybody part of Cage Titans is just top tier.
Yeah, I had to be able to meet everyone at Fight Fest last year, and I can say the exact same thing. Like,
Yeah.
I was a stranger off the street from 6 states away, and like I was greeted as if I lived in Plymouth myself.
Yeah, like you're a friend. Everybody's a friend. Everybody looks out for each other. There's no like bad beef, I think. Like obviously some of the fighters will fight each other, but it's not. Oh, sorry. Everyone has respect. Thug. Hey, Thug, come. Come. Sorry. Hey, come. I live at the
Easy.
gym, so he sees everyone going in and out. Hey, Thug. Yeah, thank you. Come lay down.
You'll hear my pit bull every now and then too. So, um, but and that's one thing that did stand out to me. So like, you are the champion, but on the 21st when you fight at your weight class,
Yeah.
it is a non-title fight.
Yeah, no one wants to fight titles. It's absolutely absurd. Every person, no one will fight 5 rounds. It's become frustrating, but I'm just honestly, I just am trying to rack up wins and get fights. So when everyone kept saying no to title fights, I was like, you know what? I really just don't care at this point. I really just want to be active. I want to fight. I'm not going to wait around to get a title fight. I know I'm the champ. I'm going to show up with my belt that night anyway. Like, I don't care. I'm bringing the belt. My coaches were like, yeah, you have to bring the belt. I mean, you are the champ. It doesn't matter. It might not be a title fight, but you hold that spot. And I mean, I got to take a picture with the belt at Fenway. Like, it's just, you have to. So it is what it is. I know Mike was trying really, really, really hard to get me a title fight. And originally, the girl I was fighting had agreed and said, yes, that's what keeps happening. Everyone says yes, yes. And then it's no, no. And you know what? I'm just happy to get a fight. I've had a lot of fights that got canceled, or someone got sick, or someone said yes and then they backed out and we can't find a replacement. So honestly, I'm just grateful to get the fight. There's 2 weeks. I cross my fingers every damn day. I'm just like, woo, we're getting closer. All is good. So I'm just happy to fight, really.
That's part of why I do my interviews like 2 weeks out because like by now the nervous jitters have already kicked in. So if someone's gonna
Yeah.
bail, they're usually gone by now.
Yeah.
Um,
I
but
know,
like,
but you never know.
I just seen someone who was supposed to fight tonight and pulled out yesterday
It's crazy. It
because like
happens. That's the fight game. It's so crazy. You never know. I mean, 2 or 3 fights ago, I was supposed to fight, and it was fight week, and I got a jaw injury, and my face was swollen up like I'd never seen before. And then I was like, I still wanted to fight, and my coaches are like, absolutely not. You're not fighting with a jaw injury. Like you're crazy. And then obviously, I was supposed to fight in October. That girl got injured like the week of the fight. It happens. It's the way the game rolls. We're in a sport where anything can happen, and even when it's like that last week, you're drilling easy, something crazy happens, your bicep tears, you tear your ACL, you get a cut. But it's part of the game, and I think all of the fighters know that. We're always disappointed, of course, but I think we all have kind of been in that position of like having to pull out or opponent pulls out. So, you know, best wishes to everybody when they're hurt. I don't want anyone hurt.
we're gonna remove all that bad juju.
Yeah, no bad juju,
But
all good vibes.
across from you though is Silvania Monteiro. What do you
Monterio,
know about her?
yes.
And
I know a little bit about
that
her.
sounds better than what I said.
I think that's it. I could be wrong. I know a little bit about her. I know she's like a world champion gi jiu-jitsu girl. She's like 11-4. She has a good record. I don't think she's fought um very actively in the last few years. I know she's been fighting but not as active. Um again, she's a strong grappler. We anticipate her to want to grapple. That's I don't think that her striking is even remotely close to my striking. I have very, very good striking, or I'm confident in my striking in my fights, my takedown defense, all the things. We anticipate that she is going to want to. I mean, in some of my other fights, the girls want to get me on the cage. They want to take me down. They want to try to take my back. I've given in fights that I've lost like ways to beat me, but like I've spent the last few years really honing in on to get better at those positions and to not put myself in those positions. Um, but yeah, strong grappler. I'm assuming she's gonna want to grapple. She's a little shorter. She's like 5'1". Um, again, her striking is yeah, whatever. It's okay, but it's just not at the level of striking that I'm at. And I think, you could be a world champion jujitsu girl, but when you start getting hit, things are different. So
And then, I did mention in the lead in the intro, 2025 Cage Titans Fighter of the Year,
yeah,
4 fight win streak. But like 2025 was like a rejuvenation of Hilarie Rose.
yeah.
Like, what went into that? Like, was there anything like? If you look around like some of the Northeast, I know there's like Tom Pagliaro. Like he like
Yeah.
really like dove into like mental. I don't want to say mental health, but it's like mental gaming, mental pre
Yeah,
gaming.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Did anything like change that way on your end? Like, was there anything outside of the cage, for example, that like restructured and gave you your 2025?
I think just approaching my mindset, getting older and trying to I think I would spend a lot of time focusing on all the things I really wasn't doing well in camp or like in fights, and I would obsess over those things. I obsess over like everything, um instead of really focusing on the things I was doing really really well, like, oh, yeah, you maybe got taken down once, but you got taken down once instead of 8 times this sparring session or whatever. So I just kind of readjusted my mindset. I smoked weed for years. I stopped smoking weed. When I stopped smoking weed, that kind of adjusted my mindset and how I approach things also. Um, so like cutting that out of my life, I think really, really helped. I had a lot of anxiety, and I think that maybe that was caused by that. So I think just taking that out of my life. I got into a new relationship with somebody who's super supportive and, wants to see me succeed. And I think just knowing I'm older, I'm 33, and my time I'm on the end of my fighting career instead of the beginning. So I think knowing that, I only really have a few more good years of fighting left, I'm trying to really embrace every single moment of fighting and taking advantage of this isn't something I can do forever. And it's what I love and it's what I've been obsessed with since I was 14 years old. So I think just, trying to be so positive when it comes to training and the growth that I have and helping others grow in the sport has just kind of like changed my mindset. And I think it shows in the cage every time I fight. And yeah, I mean, just mindset adjustments, being around the right people, supportive people. Yeah,
And like I said, led to a 4 fight win streak.
yeah,
Probably could have got more, but
I know.
between injuries on one side and the other side, like
Yeah, yeah,
for as great as last year was, there was a lot of like shittiness as well because
for
like
sure.
it's the fight game,
Yeah, it's
shit
the fight
happens.
game. Yeah.
And outside of that, like you also did a lot of commentary as well over the past couple of years. Like, how did that come into play, and like, how's that? Does that help you with more like also see the game different as well?
I like to think so. So when I watch fights, I always like something my coach Matt always taught me like about what he does is when he watches fights, he'll like pick a fighter that he's choosing to like watch the whole fight and like what he would say to them in the corner in between rounds, like how would you give them advice? So I kind of like took that and started watching fights and like either saying it out loud or taking notes. I just think that I have a really good eye for fighting and that I that's something that I got from both my coach Tom and coach Matt. Is just they really are strict, not strict, but on the why we do everything, not just do something. They've always explained to me why we do something, why, the body is moving this way instead of just like do this. So I think just over the years, I've always watched fights over and over and over again. I take notes. I'm every fight camp, I like pick someone to watch their fights and like kind of hone in on some of the things that they do. Like my last fight camp, it was Corey Sandhagen. Like, so I would religiously watch every single Corey Sandhagen fight, his footwork. I'd take notes. Then I try to emulate some of that in my training. And so I think I'm just knowledgeable and I have a really good fight IQ and I can pick up on things just from constantly watching fights, being educated by my coaches, and just making those mistakes live like on my own and knowing like the mistakes that I've made. So yeah, I've been lucky to commentate. I nag Pulver about everything, you know. Let me be the first female commentator. Let me be the first 105 fight. Let me be the first champion. I have another thing I'm gonna nag him on too after this fight. I'm already prepared. Um, but yeah, I think just, he's given me the opportunity to do that, and I think he wouldn't ask or wouldn't let me do it if he didn't think I had like the knowledge and the skill to do it. And I love it. It's fun. I love talking fights. I love hanging with Andy or you know Valdina, Jay, whoever's commentating with me. It's fun to like hear what other people see that maybe like I didn't see something that Valdina saw or vice versa. So it's cool.
Nice. And then during that 4 fight streak too, you fought in 4 different weight classes basically.
Yeah,
You fought from
definitely.
105 to 125.
Yeah.
You kind of emphasize like you want to fight at 105, but
Yeah, I do wanna
where are
fight
the
at
U.S.
105.
105ers? Like,
There's none, and I think a lot of the girls, because there's no, like, UFC division, a lot of the girls who did fight 105 are just kinda, like, bulking and getting a little bigger because they know that there's no opportunity at 105 in the UFC, and I totally get that, and I understand that. Um, which makes sense, you know? If you wanna fight in the UFC, you're gonna have to fight at 115, so why fight at 105? Um, so I get that, I mean, I understand that too. I can fight at 115, it's an easy weight cut for me, like, I'm easy, easy weight cut for me. I've been trying to put weight on this camp instead of trying to like lose weight. So I'm trying to stay a little heavier so that I'm heavier in the cage. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'd like to fight at 105. I felt fast, crisp, sharp, everything was in line, and I like the extra force of discipline and dedication because it gets your mindset in the right place. Like, I was so focused on making weight, doing my cardio, being, I was so disciplined and dedicated to making 105 and getting there because my body had never done it before. um and then I thrived at 105. I felt really great, strongest I ever felt, speed, everything just felt like right in the right place. So, but I'll fight whatever. I don't care. Probably won't fight 125 anymore just because I don't even like walk at 125 pounds. But, uh, if the opportunity came and the fight was right, I won't say no.
yeah, I know that was part of like, my research. I was like, damn, like I know you've emphasized the 105, and I started looking around. I was like, every 105er I know is fighting at
At
115,
115. And it
and
totally makes sense. I wish I knew like earlier in like my career that I could make 105, but I used to walk around much heavier. I was like 128, 132. I hung out in that range and now I don't really even get up to like 128. So we're like trying to, my strength and conditioning coach is like, you got to eat and you got to put muscle on you. And I'm very muscular, I'm very vascular, I'm very lean. I found that it's harder for me to put weight on than to lose weight. I can lose weight pretty easy, which is weird as like the older I got, I thought it would be a little more of a challenge. Um but it's not, it's easy, which is good, makes weight cutting easy, smooth, no complaints.
so and a last one for me. Like, let's look at 2026. We're now in February. You are
Yes.
fighting in February. It's not
Yep.
like we're not talking about a fight next month or on any of that. Currently, I don't believe the Cage Titans schedule is public like it usually is by now.
Yeah, I think there's an
But
event in March, and I won't fight in March probably. I have a really busy month. My sister's having a baby. So want to make sure I spend some family time. Um I know that they Cage Titans has a May event, so ideally I'd like to fight in May. Um I'd like to obviously get the win in February, get the win in May, and then, hopefully get another opportunity for Contender Series. I know that they usually start around August. So that's ideally like last year I wanted to get a few more wins in, get a win in at the beginning of the year. But yeah, if I can get 2 wins in, I think that the opportunity for Contender is definitely there. Just my goal is to get finishes. I tend to end up with shit ass split decisions and like fights that I know that I probably played too safe in that I could have got like, not a split decision, a unanimous decision or an actual finish. Um so the goal for the next 2 fights is to get a finish. That's the plan for February 21st. So, got to just like, put on a show, get out there, get my name out there. And yeah, so we'll see. And if I don't get Contender this year, I'll just keep fighting and then hopefully the opportunity comes next year and we'll see how it goes.
and I will say, from a fight fan perspective, I do appreciate your view on split decisions as well.
Yeah.
It's like notorious. It seems like every time someone wins a split, it's like, no, that was unanimous. Like, I know I won that fight.
Yeah.
Where like yours seems to be like you get angry in a way. You're like
Yeah.
why did that one judge not think I won? Like, what did I not do enough? Or
I
it just means I
know.
need to do more. Or
Yeah,
like,
for sure. For
eh,
sure. And like even in my title fight, like I definitely was more active. But I was talking to someone recently and I was like, if Ariana, the girl I last fought, she held me on the cage, but she didn't strike or do anything. And I was like, if she strike was striking more on the cage, she probably would have got the unanimous win, or it wouldn't have been a split decision. If she was just more active at holding me there and like throwing a lot of strikes and keeping busy, elbows, knees, this, that, instead of just holding me, she probably would have got that win. Um, which, we've worked a lot of just not staying complacent and my back against the cage. And I'm really excited. The Cage Titans is doing a bigger cage, which really benefits me. Um, I feel fine on the cage, but a smaller cage forces more grappling, and I do love to grapple. I'm a black belt in jujitsu. I know jujitsu very, very well. Um, but I like to use my footwork and I like to move and groove and hit and go. So I think that the bigger cage is going to really, really benefit me in this fight.
Awesome. And then, so that was my last one. So I'm gonna pass the mic to you. Fighters, obviously, especially on the regional scene, that fight day pay does not help too much.
No, not really. Really
Sponsors,
just paying
family,
my
friends.
coaches.
I want to pass the mic to you to kind of like thank everyone, your sponsors, anyone that's helping you
Sure.
get to the 21st and redo. You know, I don't even say redo because you're on a 4 fight win streak,
Yeah.
but like start this new revolution on your
Yes,
end.
that's
Mike's all
right.
yours.
First, I want to shout out my coaches, Matt, Tom, my strength and conditioning coach, Michael Soares. He has literally changed my body dynamic in the last year and a half. I'm the fighter I am today because of making the adjustment to him. Um, Also shout out to my sponsors. I have Bivalacqua. I have Muffin House always sponsors me. Ferreira Construction sponsors me. Popularis. There's so many. There's so many people that help support you when you're a local fighter and they don't even realize how beneficial it is. Um, but yeah, shout out to my teammates. Josh Strasnick. He owns Muffin House Cafe and he's been my main training partner and just we've just beating each other up for the last few weeks. Really appreciate him. Joe Rogers, Ashley Barrett is always, my soul sister. She's at every single fight. She's at every single practice. So shout out to her, shout out the rest of the team and shout out Cage Titans and Cage Titans fans. I'm here because of all of you.
Awesome. February 21st, MGM Music
Buy your
Hall
tickets.
at Fenway. Her link will be below. It's through Ticketry. Don't go
Yes.
to Ticketmaster. Like it's okay. You can pick your seat directly in Ticketmaster, but you're
Yeah,
also going
who
to pay
cares?
40% more.
Yeah.
So her link will be below. If you're in the Boston area, get there in person.
Yes.
I can attest. I went 8 hours to a show at the hall. I can only imagine what the music hall or music
It's gonna
venue
be
will
bananas.
be. Like, I mean, Dropkick Murphys will be playing like a week after you guys. So
Yeah.
like, I can only
Exactly.
imagine what the fight sound's going to sound like in
Mm-hmm.
there.
I
So
know.
February 21st. If you're can't make it to Boston, Spectation Sports will have it.
Yes.
You can log on there too. I'll have your link for Spectation down below as well.
Perfect.
I always prefer to put the fighter side there instead
Yeah,
of
great.
mine because, like, again, I just said regional MMA doesn't pay enough.
You
So
don't.
her
It
links will
doesn't.
be below as well as her social media. Follow her and then tune in February 21st, MGM Music Hall.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.